and Sonny's a good fight, man. That's a very good fight.
I was going to say Bam, yeah.
And the press conferences got a little bit nippy, a little bit. You know, it is fight week, guys. Want to get in, and Sonny's never been shy. So Sonny has been talking a little bit of trash. So I think that ups the ante a little bit. It's a unification, which is terrific. I think it's a really fun fight. And next week we got a big card in Saudi Arabia, bro. What about that one, bro? There's a big card in Saudi Arabia next week too.
Yeah, you know? I wanted to go back to Bam and Sonny because you have some history with Sonny. You met Sonny in the past in the UK.
Yeah, I know Sonny. Yeah,
I met Bam before at Robert Garcia's camp house, and super nice, awesome.
Yeah. So no, both guys are.
I want to hear your breakdown.
I've never met Bam, but I've heard only good things.
Yeah.
You know? Sonny's a little bit of a lunatic, but he's a good kid. You know, he's one of those guys who he enjoys life, so he kind of wears it on his sleeve. You know.
What's your take on that fight?
It's an interesting fight, man. I feel like Bam being at home has an advantage, right? Also, he punches a little shorter, makes a little bit smarter decisions. But Sonny has only 4 KOs. He's got a big reach advantage. He fights in an awkward way, but he's very athletic. But there's times where Sonny gives you a chance to get in between him because even though he's got 4 KOs, he's not shy about exchanging, putting together big combinations to where he sometimes stays in the pocket too long. And he does well. But I also think he's fighting the most skilled fighter of his career in Bam. And I think if he's a little bit reckless in throwing those big combinations that he sometimes gets emotionally involved and likes to throw for the thrill, for the crowd and all this other stuff, I think Bam can actually get in between him. Also, Bam has some nice little angle cutters on the inside, something that he does very well against more flat-footed guys. I think Sonny can offset that with his quick feet as well. But nonetheless, I think Bam's shorter punching gives him a little bit of an advantage here on the inside, unless Sonny can really be disciplined and keep it on the outside the whole time, which I don't think I don't think he has that in him because he himself likes to fight. He himself likes to get in the trenches even when he doesn't have to. And I think when you're at close range, fundamentals have become more important. When you're athletic, you fight on the outside because you break a lot of fundamental rules. But when you're close range, it's important not to break fundamental rules because you really can't get away with it at close range. And that's where I think if Sonny starts to engage too much at close range, Bam has some advantages, you know. I slightly favor Bam in this fight, but it's a good fight. And I could also see if Sonny fights a very disciplined fight on the outside, you're going to create a lot of problems for Bam, and then you're looking at a situation where can Sonny get a decision at the end of it if that's what happens, you know, because you're still in Arizona.
Is this one of the biggest flyweight matchups we've seen in a while? I haven't heard of the most excited I've ever been for a flyweight.
I mean, listen, you had Chocolatito, Cuadras, and Estrada around not long ago, you know.
Yeah, but the personalities of Sonny and Bam clashing.
Yeah, you know what it is.
UK
most of the guys who are of this weight that are big names aren't American or English speaking, right? So a lot of times there's always good fight. There's a lot of good fighters in these weight classes. But being that they're not English speaking, it's kind of you sort of lose some of it because a lot of the big fights in this weight class tend to happen in like Japan and stuff, you know. So when you have that though, when you've had that here, you have created rivalry. Like the last American-born guy at Bam's weight that was this, you know, getting this popular. I think it was probably Michael Carbajal, who was the 1988 Olympic silver medalist and then had an amazing professional career and I believe is a Hall of Famer. Otherwise, you know, you don't get a lot of that. You know, you don't get a lot of the Americans, English speaking, especially American-born guys. You know, Ricardo Lopez was a big name, but Ricardo Lopez was a Mexican, and he made a big name, but he didn't speak English. Carbajal had a big rivalry with Chiquito Gonzalez, where they fought 3 times. He was Mexican. That was a monster rivalry. That was, I think, the first $1 million fight where between flyweights. You know,
I didn't know that Bam was from Texas. I thought he was Mexican. That's actually.
No, Bam is. I thought Bam was from Arizona. I didn't realize he was Mexican, Texas either. I knew he was American, Mexican American though. And Sonny, of course, speaks English because he's from the UK.
I've seen so much Sonny on Twitter. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, Sonny is a huge personality. Sonny could be like Sonny could probably have a post-fight career as like an internet personality, a YouTuber. You know, because he's that kind of guy. You know,
he's the guy that came in to spar him.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, Sonny's that kind of guy. Exactly. He'll do that kind of stuff. I first met Sonny in Europe in like 2015, man. You know, like he's and he's always been a big personality. So
does he remind you of yourself a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit he does. Yeah, a little bit he does. You know, he's got that moving style. I think he engages more than I try to.
Yeah.
But he's got that moving style. Not a lot of big power, but he engages. He's got a moving style. He's got a big personality. He likes to talk trash, not shy. And a little bit of a wacko, you know, a little bit of a wacko outside the ring, which I sometimes was too. Yeah. Yeah. So, but it's a fight I'm looking forward to, man. The two, man. This will be a fun fight. It's a fun weekend.
Yeah.